Jess over here, and we are in Barcelona. This is Shaun.
Hello.
And we are here to talk to you guys about relationships. I asked people to send me questions if they wanted us to answer anything about relationships, dating, marriage, and we got a handful of them, so we're just going to answer them. Okay, what if you know you don't want to get married to the person you're dating? This is a question from someone. What if you know you do not want to marry the person that you are currently dating?
You are currently dating somebody.
Yeah.
And you know that you don't want to marry them.
And you've been together for a couple of years, like.
Whatever, 5 years. That is, I love that question because it's so easy to answer. If you are dating somebody and you know that you do not want to marry them, then you need to break up immediately. Break up today or tomorrow. I actually did that before. A girl was telling me about her boyfriend. We've been together for 4, 5, 6 years. And my first question, which is a question I ask a lot, is do you think you might marry this person? Or could you see yourself marrying this person? And she said, oh no. I know I don't want to marry him.
Yeah.
He's not. And I was like, oh, well, you need to break up with him.
Right. Today
or tomorrow. And she was like, oh, no, I can't break up with him. I mean, we've been together for so long and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, it doesn't matter. You already know that you're not going to marry him. What are you doing in this relationship? There's no point in being in a relationship that you know is going to end. Yeah. So yeah.
Break up.
End it.
No, don't stay in that relationship.
Put the kibosh on it, SAP.
Put the kibosh on it. SAP. Shaun doesn't ever say the A in ASAP.
No, it's a useless syllable. You don't need the A. Drop the A. It's SAP from now on.
Yes. Okay, babe. What if you're in a relationship and you want to marry the person, but they are not ready to marry you? This question actually I get quite often from girls who are in relationships with awesome dudes, and she feels ready to get married and she wishes that he was ready, but he's not. And the question usually comes to me like, should I break up with him? Is something wrong? How do I know that I should stay? So I'll answer too, but I want to hear a guy's input.
How about you answer first?
Okay.
And then I'll piggyback off of you because I don't really know exactly what I want to say.
Yeah. So basically my thing is that it's not necessarily a bad thing if the guy in the relationship isn't ready to move into marriage and the girl is. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It could be, so it's a little bit hard to know without knowing the exact people and stories involved. But my advice would be to have a conversation about it and be able to say, are we moving in the direction towards marriage? Is there anything practically we can be doing or anything practically I can be doing as a person to be growing? Sometimes the most practical thing you can do, girls, is stop talking about marriage and stop putting pressure on him that you want babies and you want a house and you want to be married. That's really intense for a guy. Even a really awesome, sound, godly man who really wants those things too. It's intense if he's in a place where he's trying to be wise and he's trying to make the right choice, but he feels like he's failing you constantly because he's not giving you what you really want. There's a lot of really awesome pleasures to be enjoyed during dating that are not yet marriage. Does that make sense? Like there's things you can be enjoying now in your dating relationship that you might be missing because you're so focused on what you don't have. And oftentimes those couples are the same couples that come to me after they've gotten married and the wife is still not content and she wants the next thing, whether it's a bigger house or more money or to live in a different city or to have babies. Yeah, babies is a big one. So I would encourage you, have conversations, even ask wise counsel from people who are around you, who know you guys, because if somebody knows you, they'll be able to speak more into the guy involved. But then, yeah, I really recommend practicing self-control and patience and contentment right where you are, girls. And you can be praying for him too, that he'll have a change of heart, that if there's brokenness or something where he's feeling like he's not ready for it because maybe some past hurts or fears or something like that, you could be praying that God will help him get to a place where he's ready. Something?
Yeah, that's good. I agree with all that. I would only add 2 things. Okay. One is don't act like you're married. That's important. That's if you're dating in your relationship, you want to get married, he doesn't. The answer is not to be getting sexually involved with each other, to move in together. That's what some people do. They think, oh yeah, if we move in together, then we'll kind of get a taste of what it's
Buy a
like to be
dog
married. Buy a dog together. I definitely don't recommend that because I hate dogs.
Sorry.
Sorry, it's just the truth. No, I love dogs. Oh my gosh, I love them. They're great. Okay, so now I've completely lost.
So don't act like you're married.
Oh yeah, don't. Acting like you're married is not going to help the situation. Instead, you need to act like you're dating. You need to act appropriately to where your commitment level is. And really, if you begin just acting like you're married, then you're kind of just giving him permission to drag his feet more and not make a decision. The other comment that I want to add to that is, you know, a lot of times people hear these amazing stories that seem so kind of magical of how, oh, I just knew that she was my wife, and you know, when she's going to be your wife, you just know that you know that you know, and it is like that for some people. And for us, like I said, after about 3 months of dating, it was like that for me. It was, okay, I know I want to marry this person. There was no question in my mind. However, that's not how it is for everybody, and it doesn't have to be like that for everybody. So if you're not kind of having that fairy tale experience where you just know, don't be discouraged by that. It's okay, and because it's the biggest decision that you'll make inside of your lifetime. So you definitely want to make it wisely. So if you're not totally sure, then you got to take a little more time and get to that place and make a decision. And ultimately, you're deciding: are we going to get married or are we going to break up? And who knows what the answer is.
That's good. Okay, baby. Is the first year of marriage a living hell?
Oh. No. No, it's not. What's your answer?
No, it's not. Is that all?
I've heard that. A lot of I don't know if other people have heard this. We heard it so many times. Is the first year of marriage, that's the worst. If you can get past that, then you can get past anything. And we're like, that doesn't sound cool. I mean, we really like each other. We don't want to like. They're like, oh yeah, it's fighting all the time and blah 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 and all this stuff. And I was like, okay. But for us, our first year of marriage was a blast. As far as I know, it was amazing. We loved it. I mean, we'd been such good friends. Like, I remember right after we got married, like, we're brushing our teeth at the same time in the same bathroom, and we're going shopping.
You can tell that was our first year of marriage because Shaun doesn't brush his teeth that often.
I do. I brush them 5 times a day. 10 times a day. So, and we're going to the store and shopping together and just getting ready in the morning together. The whole thing. And I remember thinking to myself, wow, this would really suck if we didn't really like being around each other. And we love hanging out. We love being around each other. We love time together at all, whatever kind of time it may be. And so for us, we loved our first year of marriage. We moved into our friend's garage, nicely little furnished garage. It was like, you know, 10 feet by 20 feet or something. Just a little small room, but we loved it. We had a little tiny bathroom in there. We had a little mini fridge. On top of the mini fridge was a microwave. On top of the microwave was a hot, what do you call those things?
Oh,
the hot plate?
Hot plate thing, and we had a magic bullet.
Little stove burner on top of there, so that was like our kitchen. And then next to it was our bed, so you know, you could like microwave your food while laying in bed, which is nice. And the magic bullet, we had a magic bullet, which, let's face it, you can do anything with that thing. Blend up a smoothie in 2 seconds. And it was a blast.
Yeah, so your first year of marriage doesn't have to be a living hell.
No.
It also is okay if you have conflict in your first year of marriage. That's normal, too. So we had a lot of fun our first year of marriage.
Yeah.
Thanks.
We don't have too much conflict. But conflict
is good. I'm reading a book called Boundaries in Marriage, and sometimes conflict is really healthy. And learning how to do conflict is really important. So maybe we'll have another video about that.
Conflict is healthy.
Yeah.
And it looks different for different people.
Yeah.
Ours is a little quieter.
Yeah.
We don't do the yelling and screaming thing too much.
No. But
so, first year of marriage is a blast.
Yeah.
Get ready.
Get ready. Get ready. And then last question. What happens if 2 people hang out every day? Everybody thinks they're dating. She really wants to date, actually. She's totally down. But he doesn't want to put a label on it. He's not really into commitments. Shaun, what do you think of that? Shaun to say something.
I mean, are they acting like they're dating?
Totally.
Or are they?
Yeah, yeah.
So is he holding her hand?
Yeah,
Is he
they're
kissing her
kissing.
goodnight?
Yeah.
I mean, is it okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, one of those. So it's a friend relationship. That's what you have yourself in. A friend relationship. Don't get into those. They're bad. They're not healthy for anybody.
Yeah.
And the reason why he's not asking you to be his girlfriend is because he's not committed to you.
Yeah.
And he's not breaking any rules if he goes and messes around with some other girl. He could be dating 5 other girls at the same time, and he wouldn't be doing anything wrong according to kind of the commitment. So I would be real careful.
Yeah.
And the main thing that you want to do is stop acting like you're in a relationship if you're not. I remember having a conversation with a kid at a skate park, and I was asking him, "Oh, do you have like a girlfriend or anything?" And he's like, "Well, I mean, no, not really, but we don't need labels or titles, you know, we don't need that, but we're committed to each other." And so I said, "Oh, you're committed. So what does that mean?" He's like, "We just don't need the labels." And I said, "Okay, let me ask you this. If she went out tonight and made out with some other dude, would she be cheating on you?" And he sat there for about 10 seconds and he goes, "No." And I said, "You're not committed."
Yeah.
And that's
the same situation.
pretty much the same situation. So here's the thing, girls. So let me address the women. I mean, it goes both ways, girls and guys, but it happens more often, I think, with girls. Do not, please, I'm begging you, do not give your heart over to a guy who is not committed to you at all. And if he's dragging his feet, it's probably because he doesn't actually want to be in an exclusive relationship with you.
Yeah, there's probably character stuff happening. So,
yeah.
Okay, I think that's the end of this video. Ready? You can say goodbye?
Sure.
Okay, we love you. We're grateful for you. We'll post more of these, and we're just thankful to be able to hang out with you. So, see you there.
Adios.
Adios. Thanks.
Dark of ages cleft for me. Let me hide myself in the